Welcome everybody to the Evil Ewok podcast. I am alone tonight because I actually don't know. Probably Valentine's Day, but I'm alone tonight. So we can pregame for this Bad Batch episode together. What's up, Charlie, Alice? Looks like those are the only two in the chat right now, but those are the only two we need, right? What's up, guys? But tonight we're going to be talking about what to expect from the Bad Batch going forward tonight and onward. What's up, A21? We also need you here, so we'll throw you in there. What's up, Charlie? We're going to talk about if it can keep the momentum. And it had a really strong 2 episodes right in the middle of the second season. If it could keep going with those ones, just keep the quality going, keep the foot on the pedal. I expect big things from this show, but if it goes back to the missions of the week for Sid, then I don't know. Like it's a show that has kind of struggled to find its identity, and I hope that it finally can, because we're getting late in the season and I want exciting action, I want character development, I want progression. Hey, Lord Zach, sorry I can't stay. I hope you all have fun. That's okay, Alice. You do what you need to do. We'll hold it down here. But yeah, I was hoping that Alex or Kat were gonna be here, but we'll make do. We'll make do. I will just talk to you guys, and we'll make it work. Because usually when I do solo streams, I like plan for it, but I did not plan to be alone tonight, so we'll see what happens. I got a clip I need to record and send you on Discord. Yes, definitely go for it. Go for it. But let's talk about, will the Bad Batch keep the momentum? So as I said before, I really enjoyed those middle 2 episodes. Really enjoyed them. I think they were some of the best episodes we've ever gotten. It felt super like the Clone Wars, especially with Palpatine scheming. I saw an article that was talking about how Rampart kind of got played like Dooku and Grievous did, where he was ultimately just a tool to serve Palpatine's own ends. And so that was some good old classic prequel-esque kind of storytelling that I enjoyed. I just enjoyed being back on Coruscant. And I think the show continues to prove that it doesn't need the Bad Batch to be successful, because some of the best episodes of this show have had little to do with the Bad Batch themselves, which is disappointing because it always, being named after the Bad Batch, it always goes back to them. So it's never going to stay this broad show where you get to see different characters and explore different themes and different issues all across the galaxy. It's never going to stay that. It's always going to be, at the end of the day, a show about the Bad Batch because it's called the Bad Batch. Like, you wouldn't suddenly not be following the whole quest for the Iron Throne in the Game of Thrones, right? Like that's not going to happen. So that's just what the Bad Batch is. It's going to be a show about a team of clones and their friend Omega, and occasionally we'll get these great episodes. But I'm really hoping at the very least the Bad Batch figures their shit out in this episode, and by that I mean I hope they figure out that doing jobs for Sid is not in their best interest, and I hope this is the episode where they finally ditch her, but I'm not super hopeful. What do you guys think? I'm almost positive that this is going to be a filler episode. I'm going to watch it, I'm going to be disappointed, and then my recap is going to be like 10 minutes, and then I'm going to get out of here and go to bed. Well, you got to have a batch of bad episodes. See what I did there? I did see what you did there, and we've certainly had batches of bad episodes with this show. But I hope that this is the best surprise ever. Would be if this was not just a filler episode, because I'm fully expecting it, especially coming off of the awesomeness that was last week's 2 episode little package there. I mean, Lord Zach did miss your solo streams, so this makes up for it. Yeah, that's true. If you ever need extra until the episode comes out, I'm always happy to keep you company. Link me if you want. Yeah, I mean, we could do that, Charlie. Oh no, we can't. We can't. The problem is because if I were to have you wait, actually, yes, we can. We can. Let me figure out how to do that. I remember how to do it in StreamYard, but in Opus, do I remember how to do that? What's up, Serena? Trying to see if I can get Charlie in here. Where is it? I don't know, Charlie. I don't know if I can find it. I'm looking for it. It might be a pre-stream thing only, but that doesn't make sense. Sure. Yeah, maybe next time, Charlie. I don't. Oh wait, I see it. Never mind. Let's see if I can do this. Your name's gonna be Charlie. Let's see. Copy link. I will Discord it to you, Charlie, and you can hop on because it's better than being alone. Sorry for the delay, everybody. I'm just trying to figure some stuff out here. Paste. There you go, Charlie. I DM'd it to you, my friend. Let's see. Didn't he join before midstream? Yeah, that was the members stream. We're gonna have another one of those sometime this month for sure. But while we wait for Charlie, I will keep on keeping on. Yep, Alex just confirmed he's not going to be here, so don't even try to summon him. But yeah, I'm almost positive this is going to be a filler episode. Charlie is here. Let's show him.
Hello
What's
there.
up, Charlie?
How's it going?
Good. Thanks for doing this. It's great to have somebody else.
Dude, you kidding me? Thank you. I'm honored.
Of course. So we didn't really get to talk about it. What are your thoughts of last week's episodes?
Oh man, it was so good, dude. Dude, I mean, what the Clone Wars feels? They played like little hints of like the old music and everything. Kevin Kiner coming back and killing it.
I would love to see Kiner get an opportunity to score like a movie if they ever make movies again. But he's amazing. His work during the last 4 episodes of the Clone Wars is some of the best scoring I think I've seen in Star Wars, and that's a lot. That's saying a lot because it's John Williams who does most of it. So, you guys excited for the Sid episode? Don't put that evil on us, Mr. Fett.
Oh no. Please no. Yeah, coming off that amazing high from the last episode, man. I mean, how they brilliantly did insert Ian McDiarmid back into our lives again.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I know that it's gonna be like a Sid episode. It has to. Like, there's no way we would get so lucky to have 3 straight really good episodes, right?
Maybe we'll get Hondo. Who knows?
That'd be great. I liked when he showed up in Rebels, but we haven't seen him in a long time. It was like a kid's political thriller, but in a great way. Yeah, that's very true. It very much felt like super Clone Wars vibes. It felt, that's what I wanted when I was getting hyped for the show at the very beginning. Like, I was like, oh, it could give us this opportunity to show this transition period from the Republic to the Empire, and we can see all these cool things. And then it's been 90% just like, oh, let's go fight these creatures and get credits for Sid, and it's just disappointing.
Yeah, it is. It can be. It can be. It's not. You're just like, oh, okay, Omega. Why are you go? Don't do that. Don't go. No, don't ask it.
I need the war chest. Yeah, it's. I just want big picture stuff. I'm not asking for like cameos every week. Like, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I want to feel like each episode is meaningful, and I just haven't felt that way with the show, unfortunately.
No worries at all.
Let's go to the second topic. Which characters would you like to see? Would you like to see more of, Charlie, if you had it your way?
Well, I would say Echo, but that's kind of out of the picture. Spoiler
Yeah,
alert.
yeah, yeah. I can't believe they did that.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, I almost forget all most of the time that he's the last of Domino Squadron and
Yeah,
everything. So he kind of I could kind of see why him and Rex and everything like that. But it does worry me though because he's not in Rebels,
no, he's
and
not. I mean,
neither
most of them aren't.
and neither is Cody. And I'm like, oh no, please tell me Crosshair didn't drink the Kool Aid and be coming to gun, or I'm sorry, Mike Pence. I'm sorry. Call
Well,
that.
old Mike Pence isn't in Rebels either, so maybe things don't go well
Yes,
for him. I
very
just
true.
realized Wrecker would probably like Hondo, while Hunter is like, you've got to be kidding me. Yeah, Hunter is kind of. I feel like Hunter's to blame for a lot of this, for this
Mhm,
season, honestly, because he's the one who's
mhm,
like, no, we have to keep Omega out of trouble. We have to keep doing these jobs for Sid,
mhm.
even though they're dangerous too. It's not like he's taking her to like the playpen at McDonald's. He's taking her to like she almost got killed by crabs. She almost got killed by like a giant alien mech thing. It's not like doing
Oh
jobs
God,
for Sid is safe.
no, it's not. Trandoshans.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know, man. What about you? I can't think of anybody. Because I know during the timeline and everything like that, I wouldn't, like you said, wouldn't want too many cameos, but I guess individually, like the clones and stuff, for like the main plot of what's it to do with and everything like that. But I don't know, man. What about you?
Yeah, I would say from the season so far, more Crosshair because we've only seen him in what one episode.
One.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like he's the main villain. Like what are you doing, Bad Batch? Like, what are you doing?
Unintended, and he killed it.
Yeah,
He killed it, man. Just those
yeah.
throwing the stuff off the walls and ricochet and blast and stuff like that. Come
It's
on.
insane, and he's the most interesting. I mean, he's not in the Bad Batch anymore, but of the
Mhm.
original Bad Batch, he's by far the most interesting to me. So I've just been surprised that we've only seen him in one episode. I was shocked we didn't see him in these last two.
I know, right? Who knows? At
You
first, I
know,
thought I was going to get him in the Dark Trooper outfit. Oop.
I
Uh-oh.
forgave Negan, and I actually like him, but I still hate Sid. Yeah, Sid is so much worse than Negan. Like you can't even
Yeah.
compare the two.
Oh man, Negan. Yeah, Jeffrey Dean Morgan. He play on my heart. Yes, yes. I would. I agree with that little thing. Negan's. Oh man, I don't want to say anything because I know you're going through it right now.
I'm
How
on
far?
the last season.
Okay.
I'm early on in the last season, but yeah, I like Negan. I think he was a bit
Yes.
much early on. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I thought he's part of the reason I stopped watching the show back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like he was a little too over the top, but I really like him after he gets imprisoned from like he's great. He's
Mm-hmm.
fantastic. But Sid, yeah, Sid's not
Yeah.
going
Yeah.
on that trajectory.
No,
Sid
she can't
is
rock a leather jacket like him. That's not
hell
happening.
no, no. She can try. She will try.
Oh, little pig, little pig. Ah, I can't do that.
Let me in. We definitely need for Crosshair. Yes, we need. I
Hmm. Yeah.
what's this? This episode's called The Crossing. So The Crossing, Crosshair,
Oh,
maybe,
it's
but
like
probably
poetry. It
not.
rhymes.
I hope so. I hope
That'd be
so,
awesome.
Mr. Lucas.
Yes.
Um, so I guess if you look at it from that way, there's a chance it's gonna be a Crosshair episode. I don't think so. I think it's gonna be like, oh, we have to help these space elk cross this river, and then it'll be like 25 minutes of that, and then at the end of the episodes, Omega will be like, wow, I'm so glad we did that, Hunter, and then it's that's my prediction, folks.
Man. Yeah, that's sadly spot on.
Why did Crosshair cross the road to get to the other
Mm.
side? One
Ah,
episode, 15 of the last season. That walk along episode with Negan's past made me cry until 4 a.m.
here's
Oh, the
Negan.
Here's Negan. That was a
Here's
great episode.
Negan. I knew that was coming. I read the books back in the day, so I kind of had the heads up on some of the stuff that was going to happen, like even back in the lineup days. But that Here's Negan thing always plays close to my heart, and that's his actual wife and everything they got to play for that. And it's
That
so
was his
powerful.
what? His real
Yeah,
wife? Oh,
yeah.
that's sick.
Hillary. Yeah, he was like, I am not getting anybody else to do that. I almost got my nuts chopped off whenever I filmed those one scenes. So yeah, and his son Gus played one of the walkers with Judith that she ended up often and everything like that.
Oh, that's cool. He's
So
a
yeah,
phenomenal actor. I'd love to see him in Star Wars. I
oh
like it.
dude, he would
Yeah,
kill it.
he
Like
could play like anything.
my God, man. Like what was the guy's name? The side guy for Thrawn. He's like his little right hand guy.
In canon or in Legends?
Uh, God, the most recent books I finished the second one. I hadn't got through the third one completely.
The ensign, Vada, whatever his name, Eli
Vanto,
Vanto. Yeah,
Vanto, yeah.
yeah.
Some version of him. I don't know why. Just Jeffrey Dean Morgan, something like that. Just have
I
him just.
picture him as like, I don't know, some like, it's gonna sound super cliche because it's just how he, like, all the characters he plays, but some kind of like gunslinging like outlaw, that like a bounty hunter, something like that. That'd be pretty sick.
Cobb
Uh,
Vanth's great uncle or something.
yeah. Wait till you get to the finale. The music in the finale part and the ending gets me every time. I'm excited.
Yeah, man.
I'm very excited. I already know that there's a bunch of spin-offs planned. So like I know that Negan survives. I know that Maggie survives. I know that Carol survives. I know that Daryl survives. Like I know that all these characters survive, which kind of sucks. I wish I didn't, but I'm
Mm,
still excited to finish it.
it's
The
good, man. It's
batch
a good thing. Carry on,
Bats are
sorry.
gonna cross some. No worries. They're gonna cross something for a treasure to get out of a random. Yeah, it's like they have like three different archetypes. It's like one of the characters gets lost and they have to find them, or they get captured and they have to find them. Two, it's
Mhm.
like, oh, we have to find this X insert item here to sell it for credits, or it's like, or we have to help these animals or fight these animals or something. And those are their recipes for the filler episodes.
Mhm. Yes.
But back to the original question. Besides
Yes.
Crosshair, I would obviously say Cody, more Cody. I'd say
Oh
Wolf. I'd
yeah.
like to see Wolf.
I heard what you were saying the other time. Do you think Cody's quote unquote gone, or do you think he actually flew the coop? Because there was
Do
some speculation that Rampart was like, yeah,
oh
yeah, AWOL, but maybe because I know in
yeah
Legends they did a Dark Trooper prototype with human clones and stuff like that. That was like early days, and I don't know if they're going to try to do that again. But I was like, man, he
yeah.
better
I
survive
thought
the whole season.
I thought he was gonna be in that suit. But it was some random clone. I thought that was gonna
Hmm.
be Cody. But I think it's like 60-40 that he's actually like he actually left, and then 40% he got captured and then they experimented on him. But that would be sad, man.
Yeah.
Especially since we got to see him be like the good old Cody again for like an
Yeah, from
episode.
Clone Wars back in the day, man. Like, ah, episode was so good. Those two were both just so solid, so good, man. Ah.
We need to see Babu Frick. Hell yeah, we did. We need to have like a Babu Frick episode.
Oh, God.
I'll accept a filler episode if Babu Frick's in it. How about that?
I will I will not oppose
you
too
don't
much.
you don't know who Babu Frick is because you wiped those movies from your memory,
Yes, I
didn't you?
flash pointed those out of my brain, so I have no idea. I don't get that reference.
Well, it's one of the good references from those movies. I'd like to see the clone trooper Slick, who portrayed the clones way back in season 1 in the Clone Wars in the episode called The Hidden Enemy. Well, they do like to pull things from the past and bring them to the light of day. They've done that multiple times, so it's entirely possible, A21, that will happen. That would be a nice little throwback, indeed. It's certainly possible. We never saw what happened to him.
Hmm? Yes. There's always a bit of truth in legends, as Ahsoka said in good old Rebels. Who
Yeah,
knows these things?
it was a great line. Let's see. Any other characters you can think of that you'd like to see
Hmm.
either more of or pop up in the first place? Like I said, Wolf, because
Yeah.
we need
Oh
to
my
see what
God, you're
happens to
right.
him.
Oh, you're right, because he's got to get the chip out of his head.
Yeah,
Let's
and he
see.
always felt super interesting because he was scared. He was the one who alerted the Empire and Rebels that the Rebels were
Yeah, you're
there
right.
because he was all freaked out about Jedi being there. So it leads me to believe that he definitely killed a Jedi during Order 66 or something. Like because he
Oh, you're
seems
right. I forgot about him.
yeah. What's your favorite
Man.
character? Sorry if you already said this. I just got here. No worries, El Amazing. That's a cool name. I like how it flows together like that.
Hmm.
My favorite character in the Bad Batch is probably Crosshair, I would say. Um, if we're including like old characters, I mean, you can't go wrong with Rex. But I mean, specifically, like Bad Batch created characters. I guess Bad Batch were in Clone Wars, so that's not really a good statement. But I'd say Crosshair. What about you, Charlie?
Oh man, D. Bradley Baker can pull on so many different. Oh, that's tough, man. But
He
I
voices
would.
like everyone.
Yeah, dude. I would. So for old characters, I'll pull one for you. Rex. Um, I am definitely not opposed to hearing Stephen Stanton's version of Tarkin.
I
That
love
can be
Tarkin.
well.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, and plus it's nice to have him pop up every once in a while. It's like, oh yeah, we're getting closer to the timeline because of course him referencing stuff and everything. You're just like possibilities of Krennic. Who knows these things? But yeah, so mixed
I've
matters there.
been waiting to see Krennic again since Rogue One, and they just never have given him to us.
We may
I
get
thought
lucky.
I thought we'd see him in Rebels. I remember the whole time in Rebels, I was like, "Oh, we're gonna see Krennic. There's Death Troopers. We're gonna see Krennic," and we never
That's
did.
right.
And we'll see if we see him in this show. But he'd be pretty young. Not he'd be like what 10, 15 years younger, almost 20 years younger
Mhm.
actually.
Yeah, he. Let's see. I'm trying to remember the flashback of Rogue One. I remember he was roughly the same age as Galen, or if
Yeah.
not a little bit older. And then it was 10 years after that with Saw Gerrera. So put that in there and add to that. Yeah, he would roughly be around because this takes place. Yeah, he'd
Yep.
have a little bit of gray on him at this time.
Yeah. He'd probably be like mid 30s, late 30s, something like that.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I think Echo, Rex, Cody, and Crosshair aren't coming back for the rest of the season, besides maybe the finale. That is a pessimistic
Mm,
take. That
mm,
is, and I wouldn't be surprised. Again, I feel like I say that all the time with the show. I would
mm,
not be surprised because it has constantly shown us that doesn't seem to be interested in carrying momentum. So that's entirely possible, and it's entirely possible that the next like 6 episodes are just all filler, which would absolutely suck.
yeah, it wouldn't be great.
He
Even for
lives
me.
after Rebels 2. I'd like to see a changeling. I really thought that Sniper was going to be a changeling hiding as a clone.
Ooh.
You know, Serena, I did have that thought.
Ooh.
You're not alone in that. I did think about that, and then it was just a clone.
Huh. Interesting.
I would love James Arnold Taylor to voice a character in The Bad Batch. I agree.
He is
I
great with his
definitely agree.
voices.
He is. He's fantastic.
Super
He's
nice.
yeah. I think didn't you have you met him on a video you sent me, right? Yeah,
Hmm.
he seemed
Yeah,
like a really nice dude.
dude, he was so kind, man. I got all of them. Thank Alex for his force ghost or body or wherever he's at in this multiverse and stuff like that of everything. He gave me a little heads up and stuff like that, and I got like mostly I got Hayden, you, and I got the entire cast of Clone Wars and everything like that for photo ops and celebration and everything like that.
That's awesome.
And he's definitely there. I was like, man, I know you got like 1,000 DMs, but I can't wait to see you and Ashley and Matt and everything. Just be like a little like and just like, cool, Charlie, like and everything like that, and just jumped up and I was like, yes, I've been looking over. But
That's
yes,
awesome, man.
he's super kind, man. Just can't say enough about that, man.
So you're going to celebration in London? That's
Oh
sick.
yeah,
That's sick.
I'm gonna
Have you
stay there
been
for an
to
entire week.
Have you been to London before?
I have been to New Zealand, Kyoto, Japan, and Italy. I have never been to UK. So it's
Okay.
going to be a different experience. So I'm going to have to cut back on my bloody and other stuff that I may accidentally say or do something like that because I'm going to have to get used to saying instead of chips, it's biscuits.
Yeah, they also call like chips crisps,
Yeah.
and then fries are chips. It's I don't know why they chose to do that, but it's yeah, it's
I don't know.
yeah.
It's gonna be a thing. And like, Nick, do you guys have Dr. Pepper or anything like that? Nah, we got some other thing. Like, no.
It's like come on, we're beer drinking, God fearing, football watching Americans. We're not used to all this, all these terms.
Yeah. No, man, I
But
can't wait because I shared it with Alex and everything like that. I was like, dude, you know, like Andor was filmed here, right? Huh? And because a friend of mine that did it sent me the thing, and I was like, so we're gonna go to Saw Gerrera's base where they filmed that at in
nice.
Andor, and certain parts of like Coruscant where our good old stalker Serial was trying to lurk about and everything like that. That certain area, and then there was like one other area. I was like, oh man. So yeah, that's gonna be on the to-do list as well over there.
That's awesome. I'm
I can't.
excited for you guys.
Oh, thanks. Well,
I will be here holding down the fort.
definitely send me
Um,
pictures.
both Krennic and Galen would be in their mid 30s and 19 BBY. Krennic was born in 51 BBY, while Galen was born in 56 BBY. Okay, good to know. Yeah,
Hmm.
so I would be down to see them in the Bad Batch. And I think in a show that was more like the Clone Wars and less like the Bad Batch, we probably would see them. But being that we're so tied to following the literal Bad Batch, it always cuts down on the chances of us seeing what's going on in other places of the galaxy. I find it so cool that D. Bradley Baker voiced Bosk and several other characters besides the clones. The man is one of, if not the most talented voice actor right now. Yeah, no argument there. He's so
Oh,
versatile. Um, not just the Clone Wars, like he has did good work in Avatar and
oh, that's
whatnot.
right.
He's a talented man.
I'm so thankful Kat and Tom showed me that show. I had no idea they even existed.
Really, you when did you watch it for the first time?
Back when we were all stuck, man, 2020. I remember during one of Kat's streams, she was talking about Dave Filoni and with my culture and background for Eastern philosophy and stuff. Like, Charlie, you'd love Avatar. I'm like, what's that? And I was like, the movie. And of course, and she's like, no, 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 it's this and that. And I was like, I don't know. I love Dragon Ball Z and stuff like that. I was like, she's like, no, no, look, Dave Filoni even did that. You had me at Dave Filoni. And then I went back and I
Yeah.
was just episode one. I was like, man, that Zuko guy, his voice sounds so familiar. That's Rufio from Hook. So yeah, I loved that show, man. I'm so thankful.
Yeah, it's one of those shows that I remember when it was coming out when I was younger, and I just never watched it back in the day. And I watched it like everybody was like, "Oh, you gotta watch Avatar, you gotta watch Avatar, you gotta watch Avatar." So I finally watched it probably uh less than 10 years ago, maybe like 8 years ago, and
Oh,
it was phenomenal. And I've seen it like two or three times since. So one of the best animated shows ever. We won't
agreed.
see Jango
100%.
Fett in the Bad Batch because of the little matter of him being dead, but I'd love to see more of him at some point. I agree.
Hmm.
Um, I'd love like a pre Phantom Menace or like between Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones like animated show. Um,
Oh.
like the Tales of the Jedi was great. I want more of that, like
Hmm.
more of that time period where like Dooku is a Jedi still. Like that time period is interesting because we haven't seen much of that um, at all.
You were right. Oh yeah, during that's right. Because yeah, him and yeah, the Mandalorian Wars and everything like that. If they do like tells the Jedi, they can go back even farther or something like that, or cover even more like that. Yeah, that would definitely be great to do that. And plus, Tamora Morrison, I know would love to do that. Just the
Yeah,
voice itself.
yeah. Do you think they'd get him, or do you think they just do D. Bradley Baker?
I mean, that man can do anything with a chameleon voice like that. D. Bradley Baker, that is, I completely glossed over
Yeah,
that. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I'm sure that'd be awesome. Yeah, now that I think about that, D. Bradley Baker would since we're used to that.
Because I know they've in the video games at least they'd have, I think in Battlefront 2 they had Tamora do Boba Fett's voice, but they had D.
Yeah.
Bradley Baker do the clones, which was an interesting choice.
Mhm.
But I understand it because honestly, more people probably associate D. Bradley Baker with the clones, the voice of the clones, than they do Tamora. At least in like animated medium. So I get why they did it, but it's just
Mhm.
funny when you think about it.
Yeah, I know, right? I always still have that thing in my head of the, you know, my memories of the 501st. It was chaotic and all that whole
Yeah.
monologue. So good. Sorry.
I want more. No worries. I want more Darth Maul, especially in live action. Yeah, we were robbed of more Darth Maul in live action. Definitely robbed. Thank you, The Last Jedi.
I don't get that reference, but it just makes me want to just, yeah.
What's been your favorite moment so far? Also, thanks. I like your name as well. What a coincidence. My attention deficit is high definition too. I don't actually have ADHD. Fun fact. It's literally like Alex was like, this is what we'll name the channel because my other channel is AD Edits and this is ADHD as like a second channel. I was like, all right, man, that works. But I don't actually have ADHD. But as for my favorite moment in the entire show, it's still probably Order 66 with young Kanan. I thought that was a hell of a way to start the show. I was so hyped after that. That was a killer way to begin the Bad Batch. And I don't want to say it's all been downhill from there, but it's been up and downs, lots of ups and downs, lots of peaks and valleys. What about you, Charlie? Favorite moment?
And ditto on that. That's yeah, because I remember that. That was wasn't like an hour thing. I remember us being on like a thing.
I
We
think
did that.
so, yeah.
Because yeah, man, that was we are just like, oh, that's cool. That's right. Because I remember it opened up with the animatics of Anakin and Obi-Wan rescuing the Chancellor on the invisible hand and everything. You're like, oh no, and everything like that. And then fast forwards and stuff, you see the Bad Batch, and then, God, that's right. Yeah, it's hard, man. Yeah, it's hard to top that one. I'll always have sentimental stuff whenever I was lucky and fortunate enough. Me and T Money at Aiden Roan here, and I'll never forget our faces whenever Cad Bane returned and they played his music and everything like that.
Yeah.
We're all like, "What?" So
that was a good episode to have you guys on.
A special part of me will always call back to that.
That was probably the biggest surprise, I would say, of the whole show. I'm hoping we get something on that level this season, where it's something that's just truly unexpected happens, because another one of my complaints about this season is that I've been able to predict too much of it. Like we joke and stuff, but like every time I come on here before the episode begins and like we make predictions, I've been right probably like 60-70% of the time about what the episode's going to be about, and I don't like that, believe it or not. Like I don't like being right. I like being surprised when I watch these things.
Yes.
But I would say besides the episode 1 Order 66 scene, I think some other great scenes would be the Cad Bane stuff. Also, God, this season has some good moments. I like the whole Crosshair episode with Cody.
Yes.
I like Gungi. I also really liked the last 2 episodes when Palpatine comes out of the Senate floor. That was incredible. That was probably one of the best moments. But you'll notice a trend that like my favorite moments have really nothing to do with the Bad Batch themselves, and I keep coming back to it. But I wish the show were just more like the Clone Wars, and they even teased it at the beginning where you had what's his name, the guy, he had the stroke, he can't really voice act anymore.
Tom Kane.
Yeah, Tom Kane. You had him do the intro just like you did in the Clone Wars. And I was like, okay, sick. It's gonna be just like the Clone Wars, and then it just drifted away from that. But yeah, I miss that. I just miss the Clone Wars so much.
Oh no, man. Season 7 spoiled us. That new technology, motion capture. Oh,
it was incredible. D did voice Boba in Force Unleashed too. Okay, cool.
Oh yeah, he
Um, I never played the game, so I wouldn't know. I don't
no,
remember. I've watched the cinematics, but I don't remember. Seeing
they got a.
Gungi and Cody were awesome so far.
Mm, mm,
My favorite moment was when Cad Bane basically came out of nowhere and shot Hunter and took Omega. Yep, it was
that's a
iconic.
memorable moment, man.
Would be cool to see Bo-Katan. It would be. Whoops.
Katie
It
Sackhoff
would be.
definitely does love voicing those things, so by all
Yeah,
means.
I mean, it would be cool to see what the Mandalorians are doing, and I wouldn't put it past them to eventually go. They always seem to find the Mandalorians in every show
One
that they
might say
do.
it's the way.
I'd love to see Hunter struggling with his super senses, like him getting overstimulated or something. I need to see these characters with personality. I wanted to see Echo with PTSD or something. They
Mm.
just need I agree. They need to add depth to the characters. They've toyed with it, but they haven't really come out and focused on it. They've just had a lot of episodes that are like quote unquote fun, uh, entertaining episodes that are little adventures where nobody makes any character changes and nothing really changed. Like as Alex puts it, it ends the same way it began, where they're in the same spot basically. There's too many of those.
I
Um,
got that reference. And
yeah.
man, yeah, the oh god, yeah, like yeah, because he's gone now. But hopefully, maybe maybe those will be the new side things. That'd be great, right? Instead of the other favorite character, you just go over to Echo. I loved how they hinted at Echoes when Omega was looked like she was trying to meditate, and it's like, don't you like that? I'm not gonna attempt an Australian accent, but don't you like that? Or like, have you ever tried that? No, I had plenty of that on Skeko Minor, and you're like, oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
He
And
got
everything.
tortured and turned into a freaking computer, basically. Yeah,
Yeah.
brutal.
So yeah, hearing more about his and what he can actually do and how he can, is able to deal with. Because to my knowledge, he doesn't know about a bunch of the stuff unless the Bad Batch filled him in on like all the
Yeah,
stuff that happened.
he
So
missed quite a bit. You're right. Um, I don't come to Star Wars to have fun. I come to get my heart broken. Yeah, me too, Serena. Preach. I don't want to. I don't want to be smiling when I'm watching Star Wars. I want to be like, just. I want to. I want to be in physical pain. I want this. I want this show to like tear my heart out and throw it out the window or something. What about you, Charlie? Are you one of those have fun guys? Or are you one of those
oh man,
masochists?
man, as long as sometimes I can be very easy to please sometimes, but there are a few times whenever I'm just like, man, just get the mythology, feel the Joseph Campbell hero's journey.
Yeah,
But then remember, no, it's anime. But then I have to remind myself of what they did on season 7 and also the Mortis and stuff back in the Clone Wars. I'm just like, okay, Charlie, don't overdo it. You'll die of happiness. I don't know.
right. Yeah, it's I always my personal like quality meter is
Mm.
often like if I see that you don't like something, like you comment like I didn't like that, then I'm like, okay, so that must be really bad. Like
Oh
because
man.
Charlie's pretty chill. Like you pretty much like a lot of things. Like you're not like a super harsh critic. You're not like Alex and I. Alex and I
Oh, come
are
on. You guys are
difficult to
awesome. You guys are too kind.
we're difficult to please, but I would say we're harsh but fair. We're not like unreasonable. We just I don't know. It's I don't
You're realists.
sure. We'll call it what you will. Uh Imagine if Mando appears in every Star Wars show and takes over the final few episodes. I would not like that, Mr.
Mm-hmm.
Fett. I would not like that.
He would also have to be a kid at this time, right? Or still at least training.
Yeah, he would be probably like 10 if I had to
Yeah.
guess. 10 or 12 at the most. Speaking of Echo, we saw him eat and drink something in the Wookiee episode. I just remembered, how the heck can someone with robot legs still eat and drink? Because
Mm,
science.
that.
Science.
Mm, yes. Yes. If it's anything like Lord Vader, maybe he has some tubes and stuff that he can just drink it up like a Slurpee or you know, soda or something. Who knows these things?
Yeah, maybe
Technology.
he doesn't even have to do any of that bowel movement stuff. Maybe he's
No.
better off for it.
Yeah.
Uh,
He did that human stuff.
I know he's already dead at this point, but man, I miss General Grievous. He's one of my favorite characters of all time in any franchise.
Mm.
So I love the like I remember when I was a kid when Revenge of the Sith came out, like I
Mm.
thought General Grievous looked so cool. I was like, oh my god, he's got 4 lightsabers. He's like a cyborg. Like that's so cool. I just wish that they would have added depth to him during the Clone Wars. Like I wish that they went with his backstory from Legends because it
True.
genuinely is a good backstory and it would have made him more sympathetic. And I'm holding out hope that someday they'll give us some kind of General Grievous content where that is the case and they flesh him out.
Man.
But it is not this day. It's
Good reference. Yeah. Oh man. Tales of a Kaleesh warrior. Can you imagine?
I can't imagine, and I would love that. I love that so much because he really does just seem to hate the Jedi. They don't really explain it in the Clone Wars. They're just like, oh yeah, he hates the Jedi. He likes collecting their lightsabers. That's all you need to know.
Yeah.
And it's like, but I want to know more.
But I shouldn't.
I shouldn't. Yeah, I'm not the Star Wars fan I should be. Because they showed us his statues in the Lair of Grievous.
I was about to say, remember the keep going back to Clone Wars season 7. The very first shot they show a new artwork of it, and that was it.
Yeah.
And I was like,
That,
wait, where's the? Are they going to show at least the thing? Well, I know he's on the way to Coruscant, but still, want to see like a little bit. Come on.
yeah. Yeah. So hopefully, I agree with you, El Amazing. Hopefully, we get some more Grievous somewhere down the line. She agrees General Grievous deserves better. I had to
Mm.
dig for his backstory a lot harder than I should have. Totally. I know that George Lucas probably didn't want him to be like a super deep character, and not every villain has to be a relatable character that you feel bad for. But personally, I enjoy those types of villains more. Like Darth Vader is one of my favorite villains of all time. Walter White is one of my favorite characters of all time because he's not someone you're supposed to admire. I don't admire him as a person, obviously. Like he's a horrible human being, but I think he's a brilliant character. And in terms of like villains that you can relate to, he's cream of the crop. Um, I don't think Lucas shares that belief that like every villain, and I guess I don't believe that every villain needs to be complex, but
Mm.
I think that Grievous deserves more. I'm not saying he has to be Walter White, but he deserves more.
Oh man, I just want us to say you're damn right and do that whole thing.
Goddamn
But I'm not.
right.
I didn't want to do that whole
It's
straight.
the best show of all time. Breaking
So
Bad is
good.
my favorite
So
show
good.
ever.
I love that story with the box cutter. Thanks for sharing that the other the other
Oh
week.
yeah, man.
That was amazing.
I couldn't believe it, man. That was so cool. I'm like forever grateful to Giancarlo because he didn't have to do that. He could have just been
He's
like,
so
"Ah,
nice.
yeah, too bad," and then taken the picture. But like he made them retake the picture with the box cutter. I was like, dude, you're so cool, man.
Say thank you. Thank you, sir. I've done the same thing. I'm like, yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah, he's like, here, take it back and tell him thank you. And I'm like, yes, yes, Giancarlo. uh,
Uh, what
but
else?
we've got 16 minutes. I wanted to
Yeah.
do a Bad Batch tier list. Let's see if we can get through this. I excluded some of the let's see. Can you guys see this? I'll zoom in a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I should do the full screen presentation mode. How's that
I'm glad.
looking? Is it? I'll zoom in a little more.
There we go. I'm looking at
Okay.
I'm looking at two Earths right now. Yep, I can see it. Oh, it's just almost like the legendary war that we almost had with the oh, never mind. When we liberated Mustafar from the good times.
Yeah, I missed that game. Maybe we'll play it again someday. Sometimes a pure evil villain is a good thing. They have no redeeming qualities. They're just an oppressive force of evil that the hero has to overcome. It's a valuable story object. It's very true. Like Sauron is pretty just pure evil.
Yeah.
Pure evil villains have to be. They can be so often very boring though. Like I can't tell. My worst trope with pure evil villains is where they just kill one of their henchmen right after being introduced. I hate that so much. I think it's like it's supposed to make them look like scary and strong, but it looks pathetic. It always makes me feel like they're like a schoolyard bully or something. But I agree, Serena. I just think that it's difficult to do that because they truly have to be iconic and they have to be really cool looking. Because a pure evil villain is, in some ways, I think harder to pull off than a layered villain. But
Yeah.
let's get to this. So I already threw all these characters in not important enough, as harsh as that may sound. But
Oh, nice. I see
is
that.
I like some of these characters. I just don't. I wanted to focus on the characters who are like in it quite a bit, and I guess Palpatine should be here too. But screw it, it's Palpatine. We can't do that to him. So let's start with Hunter.
Mm.
Um, Charlie, you
Oh,
definitely like add your input here, but for me, I'm putting Hunter in like I'm between B and C tier. Um, I would say lately he's been more of a C. I think in season one
mhm.
for me he was more of a B. I'm feeling like a generous god today, so I'll give him a B.
I think that's
Uh,
fair.
all right.
I think that's
Let's go on
fair.
to Cody. Uh,
Mm,
I
put us
think in the
over.
Bad Batch, I'm putting him an A. But
Yeah, it's
overall,
great to see him again. It's good to see that his character developed with the inhibitor chip and everything without it.
yeah, and
So
they did a lot of good character work with him just off of like expressions that he made. Like, my
yeah,
favorite moment is when Crosshair says that the clones who have deserted are traitors, just like the Jedi, and
yeah.
then Cody gives him a look, and I'm like, what? That look had so much in it
Mhm.
that I was fascinated by.
Definitely.
Um, let's go to Cad Bane.
Oof.
Where did you throw Cad Bane, Charlie?
Animated Cad Bane immediately is going to get a top for me. Or not like top top. What do you got? I'll go for man.
Uh,
I put him up there with Cody.
all right, and we'll put him up there with Cody. Yeah, I mean it's always nice to see Cad Bane. Um, one of the most iconic bounty hunters. He might be my favorite bounty hunter, depending on the day of the week.
Corey Burton's just a legendary, another great, good voice actor for him.
Absolutely, and he does Dooku too, right?
Yeah, he killed
Yeah.
it as Dooku in Tales.
Oh yeah,
Legendary.
fantastic. Senator Tucci. I actually really liked her. I'm gonna put her in A as well. I thought she was fantastic in the Bad Batch.
Great
Oh
return.
god.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And then this is, I believe, Hera, even though she's like her head is cut
Harrison
off.
Gula. No.
Yeah. Um, I don't know why they chose this picture, but I'm gonna put Hera. I actually liked Kid Hera. I don't know if she's A tier, but I would put her in like a B plus tier. I'll put her at the top of B tier.
Yeah, she hasn't fully
Uh,
developed yet. We'll
yeah,
go.
that's a phrasing, Charlie.
Hey, man.
Phrasing.
Hey, her talents are not yet finite.
Grievous makes a really good portrayal of what can go wrong with the Jedi and how even the good guys do bad things sometimes. Yeah, if they
True.
stick to his original story, absolutely.
True.
And it further shows like what's wrong with the Jedi Order. They were too intertwined with the Republic. They weren't able to do what was right. They just so often did what the Republic wanted. Uh, yeah, like all stories, pure evil villains have to be written well. Totally agree. Um, Wrecker, I'm gonna put Wrecker in
Ooh.
C tier because he's not much of a character. Um, Echo in the Bad Batch.
Oh,
This isn't fair, but it's not my fault. He's also in C tier because they've done nothing with. I'll put him above Wrecker, but they've done nothing with him. So it's not his fault. He doesn't deserve it, but he's in C tier for me.
yeah. Agree.
Tick.
Yeah, great voice actors.
Where would you put Tech, Charlie? What are you thinking?
Oh boy. It's sad because in season one he had some cool moments, but in this one he started to have some cool. Man, these ratings. C, I guess. It's
All
difficult,
right.
man.
It is. It is. It is. And then Rex. I'm gonna put Rex in A as well. Actually, I think I'd put him
Rex.
below Cody because I think Cody just had more
Yeah,
emotional moments in that episode
we got more history with him.
for sure. What is this TOS for? We're just ranking like the Bad Batch characters to kill time.
Hmm.
And Fennec Shand. I
Ming Na Wen.
Yeah, I put her in like upper B tier. I thought she was good in the
She's a good
show.
addition. That one, 2 episodes. Was it 2 episodes?
I think it was it was maybe
Okay.
3. It was like 2 or 3. I
Okay.
think it was 2 actually. I think you're right. I think it was 2. One in the
Okay.
early season and then one to rescue Omega from Cad. Um Admiral Rampart.
Oh,
By the way, if you need a skedaddle because I know the show
yeah.
drops
It's
faster for
yeah.
you.
I got two more. Listen, we can go through two more real fast, and I'm gonna have to ninja vanish out of here. My notification went off like, "Hey, Charlie!" I'm like, no, it's a rare honor.
All right, man. All right. So Admiral Rampart, what are you feeling for him?
Man, that voice actor did good. So I am gonna
I agree.
say he had a petrified voice when like take him away. Uh, he made a a good solid B for me.
I agree. I'd stick him in B as well. Crosshair, I'm gonna put Crosshair in the scope of this show. I'm gonna put him in S tier.
Yeah,
Uh, I think that
great.
he by far has the most depth of any of the Bad Batch, and I'd like to see more of him. Bad Batch. Maybe
For
this
those watching.
episode. Maybe. Oh, we're gonna save Sid for last, but Pal-
I wonder where
Pal-
that person's going.
Palpatine's always in A tier.
Oh,
Tarkin's always in A tier. Omega,
oh,
I'd probably put her in B tier. And Sid, with Sid, this is what we're doing. We're adding her own category.
oh.
It's gonna be called Burn in Hell, and that's that's our Bad Batch tier list.
There you go. Boom.
Voila! What's up, Captain Rex? 3 a.m. in my end of Canada. Let's go.
Oh
Gee, you're
man,
committed.
good man.
Fennec Shan deserves to be higher purely because of Ming Na Wen.
She is
She's
easy
so
on her.
cool.
She is. Yeah, that
She's aged really well. She's like, isn't she like
she
60?
does.
She's
And
aged pretty darn well.
dude, she played in that. Even it wasn't a great movie at the time, but when I was growing up, I watched her in Street Fighter play Chun Li. I barely remembered that, and I watched that before I chatted with her. I was like, "Oh my god, she was in that! How did I not know this?"
I'm pretty basic. I just remember her from Mulan. So
Ah,
it's
good times.
Sid. Yeah, Sid is a fan favorite on this channel for all the wrong
Mm,
reasons. She
Zach
was the
Love
voice of
Record.
Mulan. I do love Sid. If anybody wants to make some Sid merch for me, I will rock that.
It will involve fire. I have a feeling.
Yeah, it would be her on Mustafar in Anakin's place.
Oh man, brilliant,
Yeah. Well,
man. Well,
that's our
crap.
tier
Yeah,
list.
episode just dropped for my time zone. Zach, this was an honor, man. I appreciate you
Absolutely,
letting me
Troy. I
on.
appreciate you coming on.
Anytime, man. If I'll definitely, like always, I'll rewatch this as soon as I get done and see what you thought about the episode as well.
Hopefully, I like it, but we'll see.
We shall see, my friend. All
All right,
right,
Charlie.
we
Enjoy the
stay
episode. Thanks.
awesome. Yeah,
You
man.
too.
And chat, you stay awesome and uh, keep on giving emojis of love to this amazing, majestic. You know what? Our Lord. Before I leave, our Lord,
Yes,
Lord
Lord
Zach,
Zach.
get some love stuff for the chat. All right, brother.
Yeah,
Take it easy, okay?
you too, Charlie. Enjoy the episode.
Later, brother.
Later. Yeah, this is Charlie from the community. He hopped on because I was partnerless tonight, and he did me a solid. So thank you to Charlie. Give it up for Charlie, everybody. Also, I'm gonna start the emoji rain right now. So before too many of you leave to go watch the episode, rain down your emojis. Make it hail. Make it hail, everybody. And then we will watch the episode, and hopefully it will be good because That's what we all want. We all want a good episode, especially coming off of last week's doubleheader, which was amazing. It would be just such a pleasant surprise if we get a good one. I'll actually make Sit on Mustafar after this episode and put it on the Discord. Thanks, Mr. Fett. What's up, Scott? Emojis, let it rain down. It's a lot better if I'm not. Can I make myself a circle? Yes, this is better. Okay, rain down upon me, chat. Come on. Pour. How dare you run solo on your own channel? I know, right? I shouldn't have to. Always two there should be. No more, no less. Except that's not true at all because we routinely have 3. Yes, emojis. Emojis. More. More. That's one thing I miss about StreamYard. I miss having all of our little clips that we had that I could just play pretty quickly. What's up, Jarn? Participate in the emoji rain. Good chat. Money. Let's go. Yes, you guys are amazing. I love you all. This is like my favorite part of the stream. Yes, Trans Pride, let's go. Let's go. Money. Cats. Fists, faces. I think they've added more emojis because I'm not used to seeing a lot of these, Rain. You guys are great. I love you guys. This has been a surprisingly awesome stream. I was really worried that it was going to be a disaster because I didn't know I'd be coming on alone and I didn't really have a plan, but oh my god, look at all these emojis. It really just pops. Look at all these colors. I love the brain. I love the brain emojis. We're firing emojis like Rampart did to Camino. Yeah, you're glassing this stream, and I love it. I'm gonna check to see if the episode is out yet. Usually it doesn't come out until literally like midnight for me. Oh my god, you guys are killing it. The Bad Batch. See? Nope, not out yet. Holy crap. There's raccoons and wolves and monkeys and foxes. This is insane. They definitely added more emojis. They absolutely added more. This is incredible. This is one of the greatest moments of my life, chat. I want you to know that. Holy crap. They have all the people doing activities. They have a guy on a horse. Those are french fries. Those are french fries. Or chips, as the British call it. Yes, foliage, sunflowers, palm trees, food. You're making me hungry, chat. Turkeys, pizza. This is the greatest emoji rain in the history of this channel. Kat and Alex are going to be so jealous. I'm going to clip this and I'm going to show this to them, and they're going to be so jealous. Oh my god, it's like Animal Farm. Yes. Dragons, Santa Claus, Merry Christmas, alcohol. Pigs. This is incredible. Thank you guys so much for this. Oh my god. You're really making the most of this emoji rain feature, and I appreciate that. Dancing women, clowns, cats, envelopes, beer, meat, croissants. Oh my god, this is aliens, ducks. This is amazing. I'm glad that they added more than because there used to be only I feel like 5 emojis or whatever, but now it looks like all of them are on the table. I hope that someday we can get our channel emojis in. That would be really sick to rain like Yoda on a table. Do we know who is the senator of Naboo after Padme? I don't know. I can look it up. Of Naboo after Padme. I saw your comment earlier, A21. I just totally forgot. Who took over? Jar Jar took over. Is that true? In the canon book Legends of Luke Skywalker, it's confirmed that Jar Jar became the senator of Naboo. Well, I guess it's tentatively Jar Jar, which is interesting. Dinosaurs, fire, snorkel. This is amazing. I have to go already. Hopefully today's episode is good. Yeah, it should be out now. It should be out now. So let's see if I see it, and then I'll get the timer set up, and then we can go. Yeah, it's up. The Crossing. The team tackles a risky mission on a hostile world. I don't know if I love the sound of that. That could be filler if that mission's for Sid. Naboo really has a bad record of electing Sith Lords as senators. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. All right, everybody. I'm gonna start the episode. So I thank you so much for the emoji rain. That was incredible. That was the best emoji rain we've ever gotten on the channel. So thank you guys so much for that. I'm gonna switch back to a square though because I'm a square. Oh, I just took myself out of the chat. That's embarrassing. Let's just pretend that didn't happen. We all agree that that didn't happen. All right. Let me bring up the timer so that you guys can sync. And then let me share my screen. Oh, is it? Why is it doing this? I don't want to use the timer. All right. So I'll zoom in because it's too small. And let's put these up. Sorry, I'm rearranging my monitors. Okay. I'm gonna start the episode right about now. Enjoy the episode, everybody. Good night, everyone. Good night, Serena. Alex and Kat are probably having some fun with their boyfriend girlfriend on this Valentine's Day night. I believe so. I think that's what they were doing. They were out. Alex was out with his girlfriend. I'm not sure what Kat was doing, but yeah. The Crossing. Ooh, little acoustic guitar riff. This is pretty Western. Little bit country. Yeah, a little bit country. The Bad Batch. Yellowstone. I always think Omega's bow is like an instrument. Oh god, it's a Sid. It's a Sid mission. It's 1 a.m. for me. Gotta work tomorrow. Catch you on the flip side. Thanks for joining, Ella. That was I don't think I've seen you here before, so I appreciate it. I hope you had a good time. I enjoyed your input. You asked some great questions, so thank you. Have a good night. Problem? Why the hell are they mining anything? They're not miners. They're freaking soldiers. Someone on the stream, glad I did. I'm glad you did as well. I appreciate it. It's always nice to have someone new pop in. Usually I'm on with 2 other people, but yeah, we stream every Thursday. I usually stream by myself on Mondays, and then we usually all stream tonight. They just didn't make it tonight. Tonight, I'm meaning like Tuesday nights, Wednesday mornings, depending on how you look at it. Oh God, Sid. Yeah, like Sid. These guys aren't like the jack of all trades. They're freaking soldiers. Like you wouldn't send soldiers to like come do surgery in a hospital. Why would you send them to mine a highly volatile substance? Doesn't make any sense. It looked a little Hondo-esque, but that would just be too good to be true, right? There's no way. Oh. If she lifts that rock with the force, okay. I would have had questions. Eco. Yeah, but fighting the Empire is too dangerous. Let's just have this child mine a highly explosive substance. It makes perfect sense. That's funny. It reminds me of the stuff that they get from the whale in Avatar 2. Oh, it's not Hondo. It's just some dude or some girl. Oh no, they're stranded. God damn it. That would be too convenient. They needed this plot to happen. I do like the music. I feel like that's a constant theme. Even if I don't like the episodes, I do tend to like the music. Too bad we're not following him on that sensitive mission. Would have been much more entertaining. They could have done this anyways. Maybe the ship came back but damaged. Yeah. You've gotta be kidding me. I said they would encounter antelopes, did I not? I said that they would encounter antelopes or gazelle I said some kind of, like, deer-like creature. I'm counting this as something that I predicted. This counts. There's no river, but there's this definitely counts. Scar, brother, help me. And once again, they're not gonna be able to bring anything back to Sid to pay off their debt. Jesus Christ. It never ends. There is no God. There's only Sid and her endless quest for credits. We're all doomed to an endless cycle of side missions. I guess, but they could have done that in earlier episodes and it would have played the same role. It's like they're wasting time. We're supposed to be a unit. Suck my unit. I want to be alone. Huh, maybe you should stop doing side missions and go do something fulfilling. Just a thought. Just a thought. What's she gonna find? She found diamonds in Minecraft. Well, this is stealing. This is definitely stealing. Somebody else owns this mine. Tick. Omega has a bit of a greedy streak. She's willing to risk it all for like the war chest and then the Ipsium. And they're in Blackreach. Yeah, it is. I like that shot of her turning away from the blue water. It looks cool. Look very pretty. Crevasse. See, like this is good. This is really good. This is all I've wanted for the whole season. Like just moments like this and filler episodes that makes it work. This is fantastic. Nice place. Oh, you suck so much, Sid. Jesus Christ. She sucks so much. That's why I put her in that burn in hell category on the tier list. Okay, so honestly, that wasn't bad. That was pretty good. That is what I want in a filler episode. Like, did it massively move the plot forward at all? Not really. But characters had meaningful change. I love the scene between Tech and Omega. I thought that was very well done. Some of the best character moments that I think we've seen in this series. And that's all you have to do in a filler episode. You just have to have characters change a little bit, have characters connect, talk about meaningful things other than the plot or the plot of the week or whatever. And that was good. And it was a nice visual episode. And the music was good. Um, I don't really have much else to say about it other than that. I was actually a bit surprised with how much I liked this episode. I thought that, again, this was some much needed character development. I enjoyed seeing the cracks forming uh, over this team in regards to Echo leaving, and in regards to at the end there was definitely some frustration with Sid, which is always good to see because they're coming around to how I feel. So I hope that you guys enjoyed it as well. It's pretty late. I think I'm gonna get out of here a bit early, and then we will talk about this on the podcast on Thursday. But until then, I'm Zach, and I will see you guys on the next one. Thank you so much for joining me. See you.